Let's turn now to what Elon is trying to do in response. Elon trying to make a play into both video and to try and create some sort of rev share in the same way that YouTube has with their YouTube Ad Partners program. Let's go ahead and put this up there on the screen. Elon effectively begging, I guess, Mr. Beast to try and bring some of his videos over onto Twitter. Mr. Beast tweeted out, quote, new vid, which shows some new the views that he's been getting on over on the platform. Elon says, post to this platform too. Earnings per view should be competitive with YouTube. If not, we will adjust, which means, I mean, he's trying to increase the level of video content that we're going to see on Twitter. But this is a very difficult game, and I don't think yet that they fully have internalized what they're looking for. Because YouTube is the giant that it is, not just because of rev share, not just because of the ability to post videos, because of the algorithm. The recommendation algorithm is the golden key to YouTube. It is what increases the time on the platform. It's what gets people interested. People who are watching this video are not the same people getting recommended the previous video you and I just did about Ron DeSantis.
True.
That, you know, in many ways, we owe our entire careers and success to recommendation algorithms, and that is because of the extraordinary ability to match videos that you may also be interested in. It's not just about the views that you are earning on the platform. It is really about the ability to recommend and keep content that people want to continue and stay watching. This has always been a core problem for video on Twitter. Video on Twitter has also always been best when it's very, very short bites, whereas the entire Mr. Beast strategy, Crystal, is built around retention. Beast's videos are literally like genetically engineered in a lab to keep you watching as long as humanly possible, juice the retention rate to increase his overall recommendation. Obviously, he uses Twitter, but he's not the main thing for what he's known for. He's an international celebrity for a reason, specifically also built on the YouTube algorithm. So this does, I think, show a little bit of a misunderstanding of what you need to build for Twitter to actually be a viable video platform. But I also think that at the end of the day, what makes Twitter good in terms of the doom scrolling and all of that, that kind of cuts against your ability to sit and watch a full video. And we haven't yet seen any creator tools, platforms, or changes to the platform that would incentivize people like you and I or others to actually want to post and create video specifically for the Twitter platform.
Yeah, that is very true. Also, I was chuckling because the second Mr. Beast video that he had listed there, train versus giant pit.
I gotta watch it.
My son was literally just watching yesterday. Spoiler alert, the giant pit wins in the end. But yeah, I mean, people aren't on Twitter to watch long-form video. That's just not what the platform was ever built for. It's not what people are geared to go over there and do or primed to go over there and do. They're primed to scroll through, you know, these short snippets. I even hate the advent of, like, the longer tweets because I'm like, this is not what Twitter
hate them as well.
And that, I don't think I'm alone in that. I see a lot of backlash against the, like, long-ass essay form tweets. So, yeah, it's not what the platform is built for. It's... there's nothing built in to make you aware that there is a Mr. Beast video on the platform if that was ever something to happen, or that Tucker Carlson just, you know, released his latest show. So, you know, to me, it seems like a bit of a miss.
We have a little bit of those Tucker data. Let's put this up there, please, on the screen. There was a lot of discussion around this. It actually shows you some of the video view stats for the video that was played for more than 2 seconds. This is another reason why I actually warned a lot of people not to overemphasize the actual overall view count, because as you and I know, there is a massive difference between scrolling past a video and watching 2 seconds of it and watching, let's say, 4.5 minutes or something. This shows you some of the decreasing numbers on the overall view count. And I do think that it gets back to the fundamental mismatch of the Twitter platform and of what Tucker specifically is trying to do. Tucker is basically effectively doing what all of us are doing, which are these longer commentaries with actual video elements in them spliced in, a monologue, which you need to sit and consume and take some time. That is just not built for the Twitter platform. It's something that's built for YouTube. Now, contractually, he's kind of boxed, I think, in a way where that's really the only venue where he can reliably post. So, you know, I guess that's fair. And it's not like he has to worry about money. But it is a problem, I think, for trying to cast the platform as the next big thing. You know, I talked a little bit about this with Glenn Greenwald, and we both kind of shared our unvarnished thoughts. And I was like, listen, you know, Glenn, you are on Rumble and we're on YouTube and, you know, on podcasts and all that for a reason. Like, these platforms are designed for this. We go to them to watch stuff. That's just not what we do whenever we go over to Twitter. So I've always said, you can't change people's behavior. You have to meet them where they are. So, you know, I'm not going to go on YouTube and trying to get you to go read my tweets. Why would we ever do that? That's just not really what it's designed for.
Right.
And I don't think it's the right way. You know, I see the Daily Wire and all these other people being like, oh, we're exclusively going to be posting on Twitter. And I'm just like, call me in 6 months and tell me whether you're actually making any real money or converting anything off of that, because I just don't think that that's going to happen.
Yeah, and even those view numbers for Tucker, I mean, that's pretty fake, because 2 seconds of watching a video does not really count as a video view.
Right.
And so, yeah, how long do people sit and engage with that content? And I do think his first show, when everyone's like, oh, what is this? And what's he going to say? And what's going on with Fox or whatever? I do think millions and millions of people sat and actually consumed that entire video. But it does not surprise me whatsoever that there's been this dramatic fall off. I think that, you know, it was a really foolish move ultimately for him to throw his lot in with Twitter. Not only for the reasons that we've been describing, the fact that when people go onto that platform, they are not in the mindset of let me sit and engage with content for minutes and minutes and minutes. They're in the mindset of let me scroll through and get these little quick bites and, you know, snarky replies or whatever. But also because Tucker's audience is like a bunch of boomers that aren't on Twitter, that don't know how to use Twitter, that even if he was sending out emails to try to like walk them through the process of even finding him on this app. So, you know, meanwhile, Fox News is actually recovering from the very significant decline in ratings that they saw right after he left. They seem to be recovering and righting the ship. I mean, they're in the same managed decline state as all the other cable news networks, but in the end, it seems that the analysis is, at least in terms of him going to Twitter, Fox News has actually come out the better side of this, and he has seriously hobbled his own relevance and career by his choice of platform.
I think he needs to get out of that, whatever that deal is possible, and get on YouTube. You know, he went on a Russell Brand show, got millions of views on YouTube. It's like, that's where you belong, you know, or not even Rumble, whatever, you know, any of these places. You got to get to a platform, a podcast, the ability where people actually consume longer form content, because that's where the strength is. I just saw the news, maybe we'll talk about it in our next show, that he's going to be moderating a candidate forum, you know, with Blaze Media and all that. So maybe that heralds like a little bit of a change, but we'll continue to monitor and we'll see.
Hey guys, if you like that video, go to breakingpoints.com, become a premium subscriber, and help us build the best independent media organization on the planet.
That's right. We're subscriber funded. We're building something new. We want to replace these failing mainstream media organizations.
So again, to subscribe, it's breakingpoints.com.